Ladies and gentlemen, in just a few minutes' time, the big race today here at the Malaha Circuit Tripoli, this year's Grand Prix is due to commence. The field this year is dominated by the Italians, with Maserati, Bugatti, and of course Alfa Romeo, all heavily represented. Driving for Maserati is Sir Henry Birkin, now a familiar face in the Italian cars, following his mixed fortunes with Bentley.
Why do you insist on going on when we've all had the sense to stop? Why won't you face facts? You're racing cars you've no love for. Where's the glory in that? Risking your life again and again, and for what?
Tim Birkin was the most controversial driver of his era. He was my schoolboy hero. Utterly fearless in his quest for speed, he became the most celebrated of the infamous Bentley Boys, those daredevil sophisticates who delighted in risking all for king, country, and Bentley motorcars. I was lucky enough to spend 3 extraordinary weeks with Birkin just after I left Winchester, when at a chance meeting I told him I was an aspiring writer. To my absolute delight, he offered me a job, on the spot, to write his autobiography. It was the most exciting moment of my life.
If I make the Norfolk border within the hour, I usually reward myself with bacon and eggs.
An hour?
If I fail, then naturally I deny myself any breakfast whatsoever. I return immediately to town.
1 hour from Mayfair to Norfolk?
How do you like your eggs, Bern? Best place to learn in the cockpit. Let the engine speak to you. Become one with the car. See, the car really will drive itself. You can steer it with the throttle. Control and precision. Nerve hardly comes into it. I like mine well scrambled, by the way. Plenty of pepper. Here we are. Come on, Bern. Breakfast. Norfolk has everything one could possibly wish for. Geese, duck, pheasant, partridge, snipe, woodcock. You shoot?
No, I'm afraid I don't.
What? How old did you say you were?
19.
Done this sort of thing before?
No, I had a scholarship to Oxford, but I chucked it for this.
The thing is, Bern, writing is not my forte, so I'm relying on you completely. As far as I'm concerned, you are totally in control of the whole thing. You just tell me what to do at every stage. Is that all right with you?
Yes, sir.
How many words in a book, Bern?
Well, it depends. I mean, I suppose about 50,000.
Oh, well, we've got 3 weeks, so that's 16,666 words a week. So what's that per day? Well, call it 2,500, including Sundays. Pity about that. Good fishing day. Still, can't be helped. Got to get the thing out by Christmas or we won't make a penny and we can't have that. So I talk and you write, is that it?
Well, yes.
Jolly good. Right, well, I'll sit here, shall I? All the time? I mean, how much do you want me to be here?
All the time, really, sir.
Jolly good. So, title. Now, very important, that, isn't it? Title.
We could leave it open for now.
You see, I'd thought of driving force. Driving force. Driving force? driving force. No, sounds a bit dull. What about spinning wheels? Now that is interesting, in fact, because that combines a sense of speed with a glancing allusion to the family lace business. No, it could be a bit confusing, though, do you think? What about racing demon? Yes, that seems to capture the spirit of the thing. You're not going to write anything down, Bern? Well, up to you, of course. You're the expert. Right, let's make a start. A dedication to all schoolboys. Never forget your public, Bern. So, all set?
Yes, Sir Henry.
Oh, Tim. Tim, call me Tim. Everyone does.
Well, yes, I was going to ask you about that. Why are you called Tim?
Ah, well, that was Ida's idea. My sister, Ida. She named me after Tiger Tim, you know, in the comic book. Here she is. Amazing girl. She had such style. Built a speedboat, you know, which she raced on Lake Geneva. She had to go there for her health. She had TB, you see. Killed her eventually. After that, I had her brought back to Norfolk. She's still here somewhere.
Your sister?
The boat. And that's my younger brother, Archie. And that's my older brother, Thomas. He didn't survive the war. So many didn't, Bern. I was one of the lucky ones.
You were a pilot, weren't you?
Yes, flew Sopwiths. Still do occasionally. Of course, for your generation, memories of the war must be vague. But when I was your age, I'd known nothing else. And the prospect of a future life confined by the four walls of an office seemed awfully dull. But I was lucky. I had money. And I was able to seek an occupation which brought with it the same excitement as war, with the same chance of unexpected disaster, the same need for perfect nerves, and the same exhilaration of living in the shadow of death. Sorry, does that shock you, Bern?
No, sir. Tim.
I make no excuses. Death is no stranger to me. I've seen many great drivers, good friends, lose their lives on the racetrack. I know the risks I face.
So when was your first race, sir, Tim?
Ah, that was at Brooklands in 1921, with Archie, my brother. God, it was fun.
Did you see how far the car was flung over to the right on that last hump, right across the track? But we used it, you see, we used it in the overtaking. Marvellous. Must have flown for fully 40 feet. Ah.
Damn fine race, gentlemen. Damn fine, seeing that you're novices, Mr.
Captain Birkin, known as Tim. This is my brother, Archibald.
Known as Archie.
Dangerous weakness, then. Playing to the gallery. You should learn from these gentlemen. Do everything by the book. What do you call this, anyway?
It's American, actually. Dodge Brothers. The back's mahogany. Clinker built. We did it ourselves.
Quite. Damn fine racer. Good day to you, Captain Birkin, Mr. Birkin.
I'm a great admirer of your engines, sir. We flew them during the war.
Whose engines?
Who was that?
That was W.O.
Bentley. W.O. Bentley.
I remember that day so clearly. And from then on, I had but one ambition: to race Bentleys for Britain. As things turned out, I had to wait rather a long time.
Well, it's very nice to meet you.
Yes,
Very
good
nice to
night,
meet you indeed.
Birkin.
Good night.
Good night.
My God.
She's Sir Thomas Latham's daughter. Her brother's in the year below me.
What a stunner.
Rather.
Bit frisky in the handling, I should imagine, but an elegant body. Wish your brother luck. Hello. I don't believe I've had the pleasure.
Audrey Latham. You're Henry Birkin, aren't you?
Tim, please. Fancy a spin?
You can open them now, Mrs. Birkin. Blakeney.
Charming, darling.
Been coming here since I was a boy. Isn't it peaceful? We'll stare at the sea and do blessed nothing at all. Marvelous. No relations, no receptions, no photographers.
And no more racing cars. Promise. I've only just become a bride. I've no intention of becoming a widow.
I promise. How much are you prepared to wager?
So that him lands through that half door, that's never possible.
A shilling. To drop a mallard over the top half of that door, a shilling.
Quick, the other gun, snubber, you clot. Come on! Call it half a crown, shall we? Good morning, darling. We didn't wake you, did we? Gentlemen, allow me to present my wife. We're off fishing now, darling. Why not join us?
You know, I don't think she ever really took to Norfolk. She preferred London. And as luck would have it, we found a flat in Mayfair. All the Bentley Boys lived in Mayfair at the time. It was known as Bentley Corner.
I've had far too many of those
Assembly will come to order. Silence for the headmaster.
All right, okay. It's not my greatest strength, public speaking, as you know.
Quite true.
Okay. But we are here tonight at Captain Birkin's very hospitable invitation to celebrate a great Bentley victory. Victory! To win at Le Mans. Le Mans! Now, That's the best advertisement I could ask for. They know a thing or two, these Continentals.
Froggies?
No. They've got the technology and they're gaining the expertise, but thanks to Mr. Davies. And Dr. Benjafield. I think we have proved we are the best there is. Just a pity that Captain Birkin couldn't have been a part of it. Well,
you got scared.
Well done, all of you. I'd like to wish you all a very good night.
Good night! 3 cheers for the headmaster! Yep! Hooray! Yep! Hooray! Yep! Hooray!
Thank you, and good night. Good night. It's been another excellent evening. Thank you, Tim.
Well?
Mrs. Birkin, when are you going to get this idle husband of yours back onto the racetrack?
I'll see you out, Mr. Bentley.
Lucky for you I'm not racing, or you'd all have to be content with second place.
Well, we'll never find that out, will we? Not while your wife's in the driving seat.
Would you please excuse us for a moment, gentlemen?
It was only in jest.
Go easy on him, Audrey, old girl.
Oh, shut up, you stupid little boy! I'm leaving. And I'm taking the children to my parents. You might remember to instruct Nanny to come on tomorrow morning with the luggage.
Audrey, I do most earnestly apologize.
I really don't see that it's a matter for apology. We both made a fearful mistake, that's all. Now, if you please let go of me.
Darling, please. I'll do whatever makes you happy.
I believe you honestly think you could.
But, darling, I do love you. All of you.
Of course you love me. Love us. There'll always be something you love more. I won't be squeezed in after your cars, your friends, your guns, even your damn ducks.
Audrey! Still, can't be good at everything.
Good God, man, you can't possibly be writing any of that down.
Sorry? I thought that it was important.
No. Last thing anyone will have the slightest interest in.
But we have to tell people why you didn't race for 6 years. Shall I just put for personal reasons?
I'd really rather you didn't. Business reasons? Well, whatever. The point was that I had rather a lot of catching up to do.
Archibald are first over the line in their privately run 4.5-litre driving, giving Bentley the team prize in this closely fought 6-hour race. Fastest lap time went to Frank Clement and Captain Bernardo in the number 4.
Tim, for Christ's sake! Back there, you bloody little bit for us. I mean, surely... your luck, Archie, you have to. That's what being first is all about. Hey! Hey!
I blame myself. I do blame myself for that.
How was he killed?
At the TT races on the Isle of Man. Motorcycles. Far too dangerous. Madness. He pushed his luck all right. He just pushed it too far.
Dust to dust, in sure and certain hope of the resurrection to eternal life, through our Lord Jesus Christ, who shall change our vile body, that it may be like unto his glorious body, according to the mighty working, whereby he is able to subdue all things to himself.
Tim, I'm sorry. It's a very bad business. You'll be stopping for a while now, will you, I suppose?
Archie wouldn't have wanted that.
Well, in that case, Tim.
No, 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 you will not. You cannot. You're all I have left now, Tim. I don't want to lose you too. Join me here. Help build something worthwhile instead of racing round in circles. This business has served the Birkins well. There's a grand future for you here. Can you not see the excitement in lace? You're 31 years old. It's time you settled down. Got this nonsense out of your system and faced up to your responsibilities.
I'm sorry, Father.
The French town of Le Mans once again plays host to the world-famous 24-hour endurance race. The Bentley Boys are out in force, determined to repeat their win of last year. Each car has two driver mechanics who will take turns to race at maximum speeds round these 10 miles of closed roads. Captain Tim Birkin, the latest addition to the Bentley team, drives his first Le Mans with veteran French racer Jean Chassin as his co-driver. It is the ultimate test of skill and stamina.
We were driving absolutely hell for leather. I could tell that this race was going to knock all the records for 6, and the car was running beautifully. We were stripped down to our lightest weights. WO had told us to jettison everything, even wheel jacks. Trimming the fat, he called it. Babe and I were both getting lap records, but I was out in front. laps in, I was still out in front, approaching the top of the hill just after Pont-Lieu at about 105. I felt that nothing could stop me, when suddenly my rear wheel ran over a blasted horseshoe nail. Before I could pull up, the tyre disintegrated and jammed between the wheel and the brake drum. It became hopelessly locked, stranding me more than 6 miles from the pits. And although the crowd were keen to assist me, to have accepted their help would have meant instant disqualification. Every second that went by was putting me further behind. Look, just no. Keep away, for goodness sake. Keep away. Will you leave the car alone? Do you know what this is? This is sharp, all right? Yes, thank you very much. Oh, yes, thank you, French people. Look, just get away from the car. Bloody alley, all right? Just bugger off, the lot of you.
How long has he been out now, Billy?
Hour and a half, sir. I don't think we'll be seeing him back.
Or for the sake of a few ounces.
Those few ounces are making all the difference to Bernardo and the others.
My body was shaken. Then suddenly, 3 miles from the pits, the wheel rim collapsed. I had to get back to the pits, you see. I needed that wheel jack. I knew I didn't stand a chance of winning, but if I didn't complete the distance, I'd be disqualified from entering the following year.
Come on, you've got plenty in there. You're on 2 minutes now, mate.
Get in there, no pressure. Keep it tight. 4,000 on the left side. No!
And now, Captain Birkin has arrived back into the pit on foot.
How far out are you?
Maintenant, c'est à moi.
Right. Chassan will go and get the car back, and then we'll see what's what. It's not over yet. How far behind?
More than 3 hours. Chassan ran the whole way. He changed the wheel, and when he came back to the pits for a spare, the whole crowd rose to cheer him. By now, of course, it was 8 o'clock at night, and we'd lost 3 hours. From being first, we were now miles behind the last. But when it was again my turn to take the wheel, I was determined to prove them wrong.
Are you sure these times are right, Billy? Bernardo's there then, but Birkin won't quite make it.
That's a bit like record again. Not the easiest thing to do after 20 hours driving. Still, sir, it's not over yet, is it?
Yes?
Telegram, Mr. Stanley. Bad news, sir.
Yes. He's qualified for next year.
Not only had Tim qualified, he had succeeded in coming 5th, and his future among the Bentley Boys seemed assured. But as I was beginning to discover for myself, Tim was a restless and obsessive individual.
Ah, there you are, Bert. Beautiful morning, isn't it? I couldn't sleep, so I thought we might as well make an early start. Here, I brought you a notepad. Now, where did we get to yesterday evening?
3 o'clock this morning, actually. You were telling me about Your ideas for supercharging the Bentley?
Ah, yes. Well, Mercedes were already at it, you see. So obviously we needed the extra power too. But WO's answer was simply to keep making the engines bigger.
WO was right, wasn't he? You and Bonato won the next Le Mans with the bigger engine. 1929. The greatest Bentley victory ever.
There was no real competition that year. I'd seen Rudy Caracciola race a supercharged Mercedes in Germany. I knew what we were up against. There was no room for complacency.
But good God, man, you just won. Well, it would have been a different story if Caracciola had been racing. Here, Billy, I saved some for you. You've seen the power of the supercharged Mercedes.
Oh, here we go again.
And there'll be others. They'll tear ahead, and we'll be left behind. We have to move with the tides.
No, damn it! To stick a supercharger on a Bentley engine is to pervert its design and performance. It'd destroy the reputation of Bentley Motors. This is my life's work we are talking about. I am not going to risk losing it all on the whim of a cat-headed playboy.
Oh, so you'd rather that we risked our lives than you spoilt the symmetry of your engineering?
We still have no proof whatever that it would work.
Well, actually, Billy and I are fairly confident. We've been working on it for the past few months.
Oh, you have you? Well, I'm not going back to square one on your say-so. I'll not do it, and that's fine.
In which case, you leave me no alternatives. I'll do it myself.
Billy, you have a word with him. Make him see sense.
If you don't mind, sir, I think I'll go with him.
I imagine that this must be it, Oscar.
Tim was determined to prove W.O. wrong. He set up a workshop in Welling and engaged a team of mechanics under Billy to develop his own supercharged Bentley. He was no businessman, however, and the project proved an enormous drain on the family coffers. Finally, having not spoken to one another for more than a year, Sir Stanley was forced to pay his son a visit.
Father. Find us all right, did you?
Eventually. So, this is it, is it?
Yes, this is it. We started with the standard engine, you see, and then Villiers designed the supercharger for me, known as the blower. This bit here.
Well, I hope it's all been worth it.
Well, it will be. This is just a prototype, but the potential is enormous. We're just rebuilding the magneto. Billy Rockhall, chief mechanic, my father.
Mr. Stanley?
All we've got to do now is to solve the heat
I said
problem.
I hope it's all been worth it because you've ruined us. We're practically bankrupt. Have you no idea what all this cost?
Well, we can raise some more capital, I'm sure, just until we can show what the car can do.
Do you really not understand? There is no more capital and nothing against which to raise it. This obsession of yours has destroyed us. It's over, Tim.
Most of the chaps were jolly decent about it, you know. Stayed on working for nothing. They were a dedicated team. But we badly needed funds. You know, for the first time in my life, I realized what it was like to be poor.
So, this one's blow. And this one's not blow. And you want me to blow this one for you?
Rude to stare, Billy.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is my honour to introduce chassis number HB3402, supercharged engine number SM3901, Timmy's #1 blower Bentley.
Miss Paget, may I have the honour?
Oh, Timmy.
And so, much to the chagrin of W.O. himself, the blower Bentley was born. Anxious to test its potency against the legendary Rudy Caracciola and the supercharged Mercedes, Tim immediately entered for the Tourist Trophy in Northern Ireland. The Bentley team had withdrawn their entry after an altercation with the organisers, but many of the Bentley boys had turned up anyway to see Tim's blower in action.
Good luck, Blackie. Very kind, thank you. Look after him, Billy.
Don't let the Germans get you down. W, what on earth are you wearing? Might I borrow your helmet, Billy? Thought I'd take your place today, see what all this fuss is about. Thank you.
Do you think this is a good idea, sir?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Good for you, Headmaster.
Caracciolla's Mercedes had 7 litres to my 4.5, but I was determined to show W.O. what the blower could do. Although the heavens did indeed open, and Caracciola is an absolute master in the wet. For several hours I did my very best to match his pace. Caracciola won, of course, a worthy victory. But at least W.O. had now seen the threat for himself. He knew he was in trouble, and that he'd left it too late to perfect any supercharged cars for Le Mans.
Well, not bad. You didn't win, though.
Well, not in this weather, no. But at Le Mans, it'll be different.
Maybe. Maybe not. In a minute, Billy. But between us, we could make sure that the Mercedes doesn't win.
What are you saying?
Come on, Tim, you're a duck-shooting man. You know the value of a decoy. You're fast enough to flash him out, force his pace. My team will be there to keep up the pressure.
Let me get this straight. Are you seriously suggesting that I should run my own car to the ground in order to take out Caracciola, thus leaving the field clear for you?
Not for me, Tim. For England.
Cunning as ever, W.O. had thrown down the one gauntlet he knew Tim could never resist. But it was to remain their secret that Tim would almost certainly be sacrificing any chance of his own victory for the greater good of his country.
The weather could not be finer here at Le Mans today, and as the cars approach the main straight here at the stands, Rudy Caracciola in the supercharged Mercedes. Captain Barnardo has a comfortable third position and is clearly contending for the
Das geschieht ja recht dumm.
Another magnificent win for W.O. Bentley and his team.
Heyday to Germany. Look. Captain Bernardo.
My dearest, I hope you will not mind my not being here at the end, but win or lose, I couldn't bear to watch any more. This has been my last race. My coffers are empty. I do hope you will not think of me as disloyal. We tried, and it was worth it. My love, Dorothy.
On the long, bumpy Mulsanne straight, Birkin, risking his neck, simply flew past with an unconfirmed 126 miles per hour. What a race, and what a driver.
The next 2 years had not been kind to Tim. His father died a lonely and broken man, and what little remained of the family money had all but dwindled away.
Hello? Tackleton Hall? No, I'm afraid he's unavailable. May I take a message? Mr. Bentley? Oh, yes, indeed. Thank you, Mr. Bentley. Yes, I will. Goodbye.
What did he want?
He says he's coming down.
What? Here? To Tackleston? What does he want with me? There's nothing I can do for him. Silly old bugger. Taken over by Rolls. Given up racing completely. The end of the Bentley Boys. You see, that's what's wrong with this country, Bern. Never taken racing seriously enough. We haven't even got a proper racetrack, thanks to the Society for the Protection of Rural England. And so what happens? Public indifference breeds industrial stagnation.
So you keep saying, but you still won the next Le Mans.
In an Alfa Romeo. Do you know who sent me a telegram? Mussolini, congratulating me on my historic success for Italy. The British crowd actually booed me. The perfect final chapter. You got a lady friend, Bern?
Well,
Don't worry. I always carry spares. Thought we might have a party tonight. Empty what's left of the cellars. Celebrate the completion of my book. I think we deserve it, don't you?
I'll be about half an hour, Teddy.
Whiskey?
Yes, thank you, Tim.
Don't go, Bern. This is Mickey Byrne, first-class chap. He's writing my autobiography.
Byrne? Sir?
Not many secrets between us. Please.
Tim, We've not always seen eye to eye, Tim, but I've come here to ask you to join me. I've discussed it with Rolls, and there are excellent prospects there for you now. Desk-bound, probably, but worthwhile. Money'd be good. Help you to keep this place up, anyway.
I'm a racing driver. You know I can't do anything else.
Why do you insist on going on when we've all had the sense to stop? Why won't you face facts? You're racing cars you've no love for. Where's the glory in that? Risking your life again and again, and for what?
Because I'd rather live at full throttle than die behind a desk.
You destroyed Bentley with your bloody supercharging, you know that.
That's outrageous. The slump did for everybody.
Your damn blower never won a single race. Now, when I offer you a helping hand, you have the damned arrogance to slap it aside. God help you, Birkin.
Did you get that down, Bern? Make a good epilogue, don't you think?
Here we go. Here we jolly well go. Ooh. Is the business? It's all very fun.
For God's sake, Tim, what on earth are you doing?
Hello, Bern. Didn't wake you, did we?
Oh! Please come down. You'll get yourself killed.
Oh! Yes, that's more the kind of thing.
Oh!
To my deepest regret, I never saw Tim Birkin again. The following morning, he left for London, and from there he travelled to North Africa, to Tripoli, and what was to be his final race.
Dear Bern, didn't want to wake you again. Thanks for everything, old chap. Go gently. Ever your affectionate, Tim. P.S. Thought of another title. How about Full Throttle?
Done with your help in the pits, Billy. Third place.
That's because they gave you no support. They palmed you off with one third-rate mechanic, deliberately.
No, what does it matter anyway? Who wants to win for Italy, for God's sake? Pass my cigarettes, would you? They're down there. Ah! Ow, hell!
All right, sir.
Turn my arm on the bloody exhaust. Thought I was back in the bloody Bentley.
I'm sure you're right, sir.
Yes, I'll be fine.
Next Thursday at 9:30, our final hero is the British military maverick Colonel A.D. Wintle.